Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm the one, the only Magnety B. Oh, I said my name wrong. We was geeking before this. Let's try again. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I'm the one, the only Matic B. Mobley, sitting there with V. Brown.
Hey, people.
And we flying solo today. No special guests. We got this from here.
No, it's us. It's our
And
house.
we just trying to, we just trying to clear up some things from the last podcast I released.
Oh, Lord.
But before we get there, now a quick 15. Before I even ask you what the topic is, I want to say this: a quick 15 network is sponsored by Global Unity Clothing Company.
It's a dope hoodie.
I apologize. Global Unity Clothing Company. This is a clothing company for every man, woman, and child. So if you're into sticking together and looking good all at the same time, why aren't you wearing Global Unity? It's a good question. Link will be in the description. Now, what do you got on the topic, Brown?
I like that.
Yeah.
Clothing with a message.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Pretty dope.
Yes, indeed.
First, before we get into the topics, y'all know what to do. Hit that notification button, like, comment, subscribe, and share for me, please. And thank you. Sir.
Come on, wait.
Listen, I had to get up. I rose up by my bed for this. Wanted to feel too good earlier, but I said, wait a minute. As I'm watching from the bedside, Miss Deborah. Shout out to Miss Deborah, the realist.
Deborah, yes, saying.
Oh, it's Deborah? Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I've done that years ago with another Deborah.
I think she'll give you a pass.
She said, it's Deborah. But Miss Deborah, oh my gosh. Yeah. So we were going to do this topic, I think last week or so, but we ran out of time. I am here to put death to this word, sassy. And I have to say it with sass because that's sarcasm that a lot of women these days, and maybe some men, but let's put this word to rest. It's just being overused, weaponized, and it's unnecessary.
True.
It's a little unnecessary. And some of the reasons that they're using it, oh my gosh, I'm like, can men live? Can a man sit up? Can a man breathe? Can a man blink without the criticism, the judgment, and being called stuff like sassy? Now they're saying like it's a way for it. One of the examples that she led with was the arguing back and forth with a woman, a man arguing back and forth with a woman. You don't get the last word just because you're a woman.
I agree.
You don't get to sound off on everybody and unload until you're done because you're the woman. Don't start the fight. How about that? How about, because there's some men who, I wish there was a term that somebody could come up with, like, to describe women with the masculine energy or this type of, it's almost vindictiveness. And like,
we do got to come up with a word.
How about we call them maskies?
I'll go at this point.
Oh, she a little masky. Like, she's strong, Like, what if they start saying some kind of derogatory term to defeminize you for every little thing that you did that they don't particularly agree with, like shaving your head? There's some women who prefer a low shaved head or even bald. And like, oh, this is natural. This is me. This is motherland. This is everything. But in the meanwhile, you look like your man's homeboy. He don't want to roll over and look at the back of a bald head, but he ain't gonna call you out. He let you live. Wearing big hoop earrings ain't gonna cover up the fact you got a bald head like my homie. I mean, I would just that's
the Amber Rose, the Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah.
Nothing compares to you.
I mean, those are just some things, like, and it's not sassy just because someone comes back. If you don't start, there's nothing to come back at.
True.
Watch what you're saying. That's all. And no, you won't have these sassy things or accusations. Like, you don't have to call anybody anything if you don't start the fight. And you don't get the last word just because you're the woman. If you're wrong, someone can tell you you're wrong, male or female.
Well, you know me. I see. I deliberately. I argue back and forth for a different reason. You know why I argue back and forth? Because I'm a troll. I
Mhm. Oh,
troll.
you love it.
I troll. I troll. Because trolling, trolling, bringing in the subscribers. Troll. I mean, I feel as though that you know you gotta you gotta bring attention for what we do. I feel as though you gotta bring a lot of attention, and you gotta get attention some kind of way. So I get it by trolling. So
Mhm.
if I can agitate and irritate a person to a point where they gotta pay us so much attention, Imma do whatever it takes. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about the back and forth. Because to them, I'm going back and forth, but to me, I'm behind my phone laughing. I'm having a great time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the back
Unbothered.
and sometimes the back people think that people are angry about the back and forth. It's like, what about the trolls? The trolls are not, I mean, the trolls are not being sassy. The trolls are doing what trolls do. It's getting underneath your skin.
Mhm.
It's getting that, you know, because that's the piece that's missing right there. Because they everybody think is everybody is angry. You don't know what a person is really doing behind that phone.
Mhm.
I sit there with my daughter chuckling,
Mhm.
cracking up. I'm like, watch this. Or I'm texting Mimi JK. I'm like, yo, go on Facebook now, jump in. I'm like, we're planning this thing out. If your Facebook wasn't a bando, I would be texting you. All right, bro, hop in.
Mhm.
Hop in. I wouldn't, man, because you know what I'm saying? It's some to some people, it's an agenda behind it. You can't that's why I'm like, and I can't agree about the back and forth. I
Mhm.
can't agree because you don't know the intention behind the back and forth.
Mhm.
For me, the intention is business related.
Mhm.
Because at the end of every argument I have anywhere, I throw our podcast link there.
Mhm.
This was the whole goal.
Mhm.
And what do? They be so angry they gotta hit it. And boom, subscriber, new one.
Mhm.
Because they hate you so much or they like you so much that they
They're
gotta
gonna
watch
get
you. Yeah.
yeah, they're gonna
I
get
I mean,
involved.
and the most of the subscribers that watch me is out of sheer dislike.
And how does that make you feel?
It made me feel great. I don't care what I had to do to get you here.
Mhm.
You're here. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And the funny thing about it, you ain't going nowhere. 'Cause I ain't seen an unfollow or unsubscribe yet.
Mhm.
You
They're
still there.
still there,
Yeah, and disagreeing with me,
going back and forth.
you won't hit like, you won't comment, but you will
You have to
watch.
make your point known.
Mhm.
Just and it's not that it isn't known or heard, it's just that you're not agreeing with them.
Yeah,
You're not swaying anyone's opinion, so therefore it's an argument, and because you don't budge, you're now sassy.
right, and they don't understand.
Sassy.
Yeah, I'm sassy, but they don't understand that I have an agenda. That's why I just that's the only reason I disagree with that part, like the back and forth. Because you have to know what the back and forth is based on. Like, am I emotionally involved or am I trolling?
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So therein lies the difference.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I mean, and me personally, like I just prefer like never like you could see people get into it like men and women get into it in public. Like I personally avoid I avoid them like the plague. Like you're not gonna get confrontation out of me because I as a man, I'm not doing this with you.
Mm,
Our strengths are unmatched. And then when things don't go the way you intended them to do, oh, now you want to call your husband, your daddy, your son, and everybody else. When you started the bullshit,
mhm.
you could have left the man alone.
See, that's the part. I don't like. I don't usually have encounters outdoors. I'm like all my encounters are online.
Hmm.
Online. I'm like, but if I had a situation outdoors, I definitely would. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Abort mission because I'm
Hmm.
I'm a big man.
And it's just, it's unfair. So it's like, why would you even like size yourself up first before you take that plunge and engage in confrontation with a male? But that's just one of the aspects of this thing, like the back and forth. There's attacks on your manhood. And first of all, there's some people who are confused because someone made a comment about being in the LGBTQIA family. Uh, it's not always the women aren't always calling someone or accusing them of being a homo or gay or anything like that. It's just a way to feminize their characteristics and
Mm,
who they are as a man. It's not calling them a sissy, a punk, or the F word. It's just them just making them feminine
mhm,
in their eyes. And it's like, I'm gonna let you know you're being very feminine right now. And that's what other way to get under probably a heterosexual male's skin is to make him feel challenged. His ego, his appearance, his manhood.
mhm.
Those are triggers.
Eh,
So for every woman to be saying, you I saw something so simple yesterday. They said a man who cooks
yeah, I
is
know.
sassy.
That's what I'm saying.
What?
Everything,
I can't.
everything, everything.
A man can't eat. You ain't cooking because the first thing you saying is, "Oh, you want your mother? I ain't nobody's mother. You better take me out."
Yeah. Yo, so
Some things aren't like.
you seen that list though, right?
Yes, I've heard of it, and we'll revisit that though. I haven't seen the whole list, but that was one of the things on there. There's a sassy list. How crazy are you? I try to stick by the dial sometime, but y'all whack. Y'all was whacked out your mind. Brownie can't defend y'all all the damn time
Yeah,
because you're crazy.
that list is wild.
You're crazy.
That list is you know what I'm
Y'all want to be old cat ladies, don't you? You're chasing them in a way with all the simpleness.
the iron wrestling. Yeah, if you if you need to get the wrinkles out your shirt, that's sassy. I saw because I saw the list. I'm like, so
So you
hold on.
can't go.
So we can't be smooth.
I can't.
We
You
can't
can't.
we can't be JB smooth in this month. We can't be smooth. I said if you can't have wrinkles in your shirt, that's sassy.
Let me go to the bathroom, blow my nose. Oh, that's sassy. I just don't want a boogie in my plate. Let me just.
It's weird.
Are
It's
you
weird.
kidding me? It's too
I can't believe
much.
you didn't see the list.
Run it down if you remember a couple things.
I mean, and shit, it was too many things on the list. Like I said, the eating soup with a spoon. Yeah, that right there.
What you want to be, caveman, and put the bowl up to his
Yeah,
mouth?
after flop head said it in the
Oh.
last joint. It said pick up, yeah, the eating soup with the spoon, the crossing of the arms, this shit right here, the hands on your hip. You know how, like I said on the last one, like when you play basketball, when you're tired, that's a natural instinct. You put your hand on your hip.
Mm-hmm.
So even outside of that,
Mm-hmm.
when you get tired, you
No,
put
no
your,
one's saying you get a pass for
it
posing for pictures with like
yeah,
that.
nobody, yeah. But it's just
No,
like you put your,
that's ultra sassy.
yeah. But that's what she said.
But yeah,
But I'm just saying, like, so I'm like those things, those things, like you said, the cooking. If you cooking, that's sassy. What?
can I say something?
Go ahead.
Another thing to piggyback off of something that Miss Deborah said. Now she made an example of what men were like. She said about the purses or whatever. Now I don't know if she's just identifying as the messenger bags, like things that will go over your shoulder.
Mm.
Still not a big deal, but like the cross bags and like
That's what she's
there's
talking about. The
duffel cross bags.
Yeah.
The cross bags and there's regular handbags, duffels, and things like that. The men of that generation were so oppressed, and by society standards had to keep up this appearance. You
Right.
never know what they wanted to do. There was probably a man struggling in 1960 with coins and shit in his pocket and his ID and fumbling with who knows, he may not have been able to even afford a briefcase. He's struggling with shit. He would have loved to probably have a cross bag that he could throw his bus fare and his ID and stuff like that inside without people looking at him like giving him the side eye as he gets on the bus or calling him sassy. It's a lot of things that have
Yeah,
happened
but
back then, and those men don't. They're not here anymore, sadly, and you won't get them kind of men back.
that's why my sons use backpacks. They like, I mean, I just put it in a
A
backpack.
backpack is fine, but you'll probably get someone to look at a particular backpack. Oh, he got the leather backpack. That's sassy. Electric blue. That's sassy.
Now, if you now,
Mind your
if you
business.
start doing that shit, if you start doing that shit, then that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but nobody don't say nothing about a pink shirt. You wear a pink shirt, nobody got nothing to say.
Who, me?
That's why anybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a
I'm
dude
gonna
wear
say
a pink shirt,
I
nobody.
don't really count like when when I do stuff because I mean, but for like it's still no reason to be called out on it.
I agree.
Wear what I want.
I mean, it's like I said, I feel like it's designed to shut platforms like this down. It's like, you know what I'm saying? If we can get them to stop talking,
Mhm.
if we can get them to stop talking, we can get everything back.
So that ultimately the goal is to silence
It's
men.
it has to be. What else is there? Like what else could it be? You know what I'm saying? Because some of the look, the bigger platforms, right? The bigger platforms are whose? It used to be theirs.
Mhm.
We got the bigger platforms.
Men started speaking up,
Yep, and we got
and I
some good.
don't blame them.
We got some huge platforms now, man. Look, you know what I'm saying?
I'm looking for something.
You know what I mean? You
Because
know,
what there was another point I was trying to make. Here it is. So y'all wearing the sassy word out. Skincare.
mm,
Skincare. A man can't moisturize. Do you know it's dangerous for anyone to have dry, cracked skin?
and
Now, no one's saying he needs to go with your in on your dressers and stuff and get
but they got
your
the
sweet
best.
pear sparkle lotion and like you know.
But that should be listen. That shit busting. Put that shit on. If it's gonna do good for my skin, that shit going on the flesh.
And guess what? If you smell it, mind your business. It's no need for you to
Oh,
say
you smell like a girl. And do, and do. This shit work. This shit smell good as a motherfucking. Feel these hands.
it's antibacterial.
I'm talking about. You see these
Still.
you know what I'm saying? The motherfucking crow's feet and shit
Uh-huh.
just going away.
My lines are diminishing as we speak,
Yep.
sis.
What? What? That's self care. What?
You can't. They call it self care, sassy.
Yeah.
You can't take a bath. You can't relax. You can't put no water. You can't put enough water on your body without being sassy.
Yeah.
This is getting ridiculous, man.
You said that bad shit.
What? How did I say it? I
No,
just said
no,
bad.
no. I'm thinking about Lafayette. I'm thinking about Lafayette every day before we leave. You know what I say? I'm about to go home. I'm about to take a hot bubble bath.
Oh my. And with bubbles.
Every
And guess what? That's his prerogative.
no.
Don't need
I'm
nobody
just saying.
saying, oh,
I'm
that's
laughing.
sassy.
I'm laughing because he got to announce it. He announced it. He don't care. Like, hey,
Mhm.
come on, when I get out of here, when I get home, I'm gonna take my bubble bath.
So now you stuck with the picture.
Yeah, so he just said bath. I said, oh my
This
god, man.
picture of your Lafayette. He's
Yo, you gotta turn.
luxuriating in your bubbles.
I don't know, man.
Oh, my stomach stop.
I'm not a big bath dude. I can't stew in my own dirt. I can't,
Well, I mean, people like you and I, like we're kind of tall. Like I have a standard,
even if I
stupid
was
apartment
small,
size tub. Like I would love if I had like a bigger one. Like, yeah, I have no problem with baths.
even when if I was small, I couldn't stew in my own dirt. I be seeing the ring.
Well, I mean, and I changed that shit like once I got older. Like I would like actually have water like go out and refill and shit like that. But
I'm
you know,
like,
like it's a bath.
I'm like, no, look.
Or if you take too many showers.
Think about
So
this, bro.
now you want a funky nigga.
Think about this, bro. This is where I got a problem with the bath at. This is the part right here. Like I said, you see the ring in the tub. So what makes you think you
You
clean?
clean now.
How you clean?
A rinse process, sir. That's what I
How,
mean. Like
I'm like,
a refill and rinse. Like, yeah.
but I'm
I
like,
would go actually from the bath, like seated in the bath and rinse in the shower.
But I've seen plenty of people that don't ain't nobody doing that. They wild, they get all this soap and shit off of them and they get
Well,
out the tub. I'm like, "You don't see that water? You think you clean? Look at that ring.
here's a lesson for you
That
kids:
ring.
rinse.
That ring, like, and you know,
Water bill might go up just a little bit.
that
It's
ring
worth
right
it.
there indicates that you are still dirty. You were
Mm.
sitting in that, and then you get up and just take a rag and "Oh, I'm all done," and go grab a towel. No, you still dirty. That how you get out of that? You all you did, boy, all you did was get you the beans that got soaked.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it. I'm like, man, come on, you're still dirty.
Mhm.
I digress, man. I'm just saying. I'm like, whew.
You can't order appetizers. That's sassy.
Oh, you got the list.
This is some stuff I jotted down and I heard before this list came out, but you can't order appetizers. That's sassy. I wish a man would order appetizers while I'm on a date with him.
Appetizers,
He can't have the chips and guac before the ribs.
man,
Are you serious?
man.
Are you serious?
I'm a wonton taco type of dude, man. What? Give me those.
I'm gonna have the sweet chili boneless wings before my seafood dish or something comes out. Yes, is seafood sassy?
Yeah,
Is he only allowed to have burgers, ribs, and
that
like
was on the list,
like
bro.
a half of a pig slapped on the middle of the table?
That was on the list. Of taking the tip off the shrimp.
You
Yeah,
got to be.
yeah, it's on the list.
So he got to eat the crunchy ass
Yeah,
tail.
he's the whole shrimp. I'm glad I'm allergic. Hey, fellas, you better eat that whole shrimp, motherfucker.
I get pissed off when I order a shrimp dish and I see tails. I'm just like,
Oh, that's what they call
now
tail.
I gotta work.
Okay,
Now I gotta work to pull the damn tails off. Why weren't these pulled off? Y'all cooked this in the tail?
I had no idea that was a tail. I said, pull it.
Pull the tails. Yeah,
The shell off the shrimp.
yeah, and pulling the shell off. Yeah, you.
Yeah, that's how you know an allergic man is in the house. I don't know what the hell.
But Mo, you can't have appetizers.
Yeah, I'm gonna have appetite. You can call me what you want. What you won't call me is hungry.
Uh, amen. Let that church say amen.
If you got a problem with these appetizers, you can take your ass home.
Okay. You.
As a matter of fact, you ain't got to leave. You can sit over that table right there. That shit is empty.
I'm gonna have my app.
I don't mind sitting right here. I don't mind sitting right here eating.
So, do you do y'all like each other over there in the hetero world? Do the women really like men? Do the men really like women?
I like women.
Why y'all acting like this?
I don't know.
Why y'all acting like this?
I love me some women.
Why are they acting like this?
I
What are y'all mad at?
I don't what I really think it is it when I think I think it's a large part of social media because you got to think about it. Once social media once you turn social media off, people are not having these conversations in real life. They're not having these conversations in real life, and all the girls that say they won't do this and that, won't take them. When a man that got this and got that, they are fucking a lower level dude. They are giving it's some dude who what's the name who box spring is 6 crates laying some fine women down. The same ones that say, "Oh no, I would never." Yeah, you would. Yeah, yeah, you would.
Because that's who you're looking for. If you don't want a man who washes his ass, moisturizes, orders or cook for you, you want a dirt bag so that you can sit and complain. Girl, let me tell you what he did today. Girl, where all the
Mhm.
good men at? Girl,
And
you
when
pass him up because he ordered an appetizer. You
mhm.
pass him up because he smelled like cocoa butter when he showed up to your door.
But look, like I said, even with that, I believe a lot of that I think is fake because because I'm like, how are y'all always end up pregnant? And then when you see the baby daddy, he ain't nothing like the dude you described that you on social media. He is nothing like that. He looks nothing like that. He ain't got no car.
Because they really know the men that they probably really want have some of these sassy qualities about them.
Yeah, no,
And if sassy means you was raised right, my nigga, continue being sassy.
yeah, but
Fuck what you're hearing.
what I'm just saying, like a lot of what people say they want in public, every like on a public platform, when they're behind closed doors, they fuck with what they really want. You know what I mean? You really want you really you say that because it sound good over here, but the whole time you're doing this, you're doing this. You're not doing the six-figure guy that you say you only go for. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, your baby dad, he work at Sunoco. You
Under
just
the
said
table.
you just said, "Oh, no, I would never, I could never." Well, all we gotta do is look at your baby dad. You would never, but you do it all the time, apparently. Apparently.
Clear.